And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing FortressCraft Evolved. Alright, let's finish up this build and make our way. So the compressors are done. We need the bottler now. And I would recommend doing a bottler for every setup you have like this. It can keep up, but just barely. So these things are, I believe, 9. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think. So let's build this out here. There we go. There's the bottler. And this has connections on either side. It, you know, it shows that you could connect 2 there, but it's just not fast enough for 2, especially in rapid. So I think let's just go straight down with it. No, that kind of breaks it. So I'm gonna go like this, like that, and then we can fit that in like that. So the issue with these is they don't like using Tricky's hoppers. They don't like it at all. So I'm going to use a couple regular storage hoppers and then, you know, bust out maybe a 2000 slot here, 2000 slot here. Actually, you know, I don't really need to do that anymore because I've got the ability to make not only a 3000 but a 5000. So I'm gonna want a lot of these. Oh, so many. So there's a 5000 slot hopper. Okay, so we're gonna have this going in this way, this going in this way. The reason I'm doing 2 is the system, when it wants to offload, it does a check on all of its faces. And I'm hoping if I've got a couple on there that it'll be just a little bit faster. And I also would like to increase the speed of this system a little bit. So with this, and come on, this. Have that go straight out, and this will curve in like that. So it's symmetric, and it's ready to go. And the bottler, from what I remember, unless he's changed it or updated it, doesn't need any power. So this whole system is done for freeze-on. This will give me freeze-on, and this will give me a metric ton of freeze-on once that thing starts getting power. For now, I would like to start sending power down to the depths. So, because we're powering all the stuff that we have down there with just this one laser. This one laser going down. 1600 power per second is all that we've got. And I was a little low on power myself. So let's charge Arthur up. Suck in some power. There we go. I did go up to the surface and grab some more lenses so I can make some more conduits. So let's see. Transmission. We've got lots and lots now, so I'm gonna craft a few of these. And you craft them 9 at a time, so it's 1 every time you click. So this right now, I mean, it's using a lot of power, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turbines not being used. That's quite a bit of power that we're not using. So I would like to start sending power down deep so we don't have to rely on that one single laser anymore. So this brings power over to here, and I think, yep, we're lined up. there. And this will push all of these turbines for a little while. I mean, that's 270, that's 500, it's like 700,000 power that I just drained out of that system. Now, one of the things I did also is I wrote down when I made this platform. I made the platform, so let's imagine this is that platform right here. Okay, so this is that platform. I went up one and I marked down the Y level. And that marks the Y level of the very center of that block, because the height is where your feet are. So that very center of that block is at, let's see if I can read my notes here, negative 236. So one thing that you can do to ease this process is write that down, and then take that number and then minus 128. That'll be your next spot, and then minus 128, minus 128. So I wrote down a list of all of the depths that we need to go down to in order for this whole process to go deep. So I want to take this platform off first, give ourselves the conduit. I'm going to take these out just because, and I'm going to build the windows, because walking anywhere close to that beam will be certain death. And I want to actually fill that up because I don't want that to. There, now it doesn't look like there's anything. It's like one big solid block. Okay. So, our next depth that we need to go to is 364 to build another system like this. And we've got the conduits, we've got the batteries. So let's go down to 364 and see if my math is good. So we are very close. There we go. Using a little bit. So 364. Wow, that was perfect. Okay, and we are centered on this spot here. Okay, so this is going to take a little bit of work. So since we're at 364, that means I'm standing at the center of the block. So we need to go down one for the battery, right? And then one more for the conduit. The conduit pointing down. So the battery will start right here. Come on. So let's build this battery out here. And we need to give ourselves a little breathing room. Okay, so the conduit should connect. And I don't really want to be standing here when it does. And there it connected. So the next conduit goes under this battery. And I'm doing this slowly because we need to build this. And the time it takes me to fall down. Okay. Okay, so that is the next one. So the next depth is 492 is the next depth. And we are pretty close. So let's take her slow. And 491, 492, right here. Okay, so we got to do the same thing. So there's your 3x3, and this is the center. So I also want that so I don't hit my head. One thing you can also do. Oh, look at that. We busted through. I was going to say, one thing you could do is build all but one block of the conduit. I hate when it skips like that. So all you need to do is put one block back. So we need to go over here. Okay, that means we need one more gap here. Okay, I thought I cleared out a spot. Okay, so now we need conduit on top. And now I can basically fall down here, build this one, which connects. You can see the power. Build that one, which connects. And now I need to make sure I don't zap myself on this system, because, you know, it would be very easy to do. Right here. Okay, and let's just fill that in like so. All right, the next depth is 620. So continuing this process, moving a lot of power down here, which is what we're going for. And we are right about where we need to be. See, one thing, we're going to need power in here as well, but we're not at 620 yet. So one thing I'm thinking of doing is, just like when we do these lasers, you know, it's beaming out there. Well, I could put a battery here and then another laser and split off the power without worrying that this is exactly 64 away. I could do the same here with conduits. Now, also be aware, if you put a battery and a conduit in the way, you're going to need to break the conduits connecting the outside batteries first, because they are linked to each other. And let's, we are at 620. So there's 17, there's 18, 19, 20. Here. Only it's the other direction. Yeah, it's over there. So it's right there. I got it turned around. Okay, right in here. And one more. We're at 620. So that means we need to go down 2. And build all but one block of this conduit. You don't want to build a conduit before the battery, because it will detect that there's no battery and then break itself. So it will not build if there's no battery around. So here is the center. And I want to build the conduit out just to prepare, because then I can build the battery and the conduit. And you can see there's already power getting loaded in, and that means we can then build the conduit there and connect them up. So the next depth is 748. Going down a ways. We're getting close to our area where we are mining. Pretty much right in here. So it's a little higher than what we are here, so it is back. It's back here actually. So I need to go. We're at 754. This is the center. So we need to go up to 748. Okay, so that is the center block. Right here is the center block. So that means we need to go one more up and the conduit. It's kind of a simple way of mapping everything out. And go over here. Oops. Give me that block back. There we go. So that gives me the conduit, and I need one block out of there, and then the rest. And should be able to finish it pretty easily with the last conduit going in. Right there. And there's the power. So now we've got 10,000 power per second coming down here instead of 1,600 power per second, which will allow us to power way more trenchers than we were before. And likewise, I'm going to need to then bring more power down and go even deeper with it, all the way down to where my uranium is, because I know that the uranium trenchers use more power. I think they use 1,000 power per second for the uranium. So that is quite a lot. You can see now we've got a bunch of these ready to deliver a ton of material. It's a glorious sight right there. I've also put in vacuum hoppers at every turn, just in case something derails. It'll suck it up, and I can come down here and see if anything is broken. Also put one at the end of the buffers. Did the same down where the molly is. So yeah, now we've got power where we want it. And let's see, I'm gonna put the conduit in just so that's connecting. And again, we want a little bit of safety going on here. Just like that. That way I don't get off the lift and bump into the laser that's would fry me instantly. Alright, so we have plenty of power, so the next depth is 876. How many batteries and stuff do I have? I am getting a little low, but hopefully I'm crafting even more. So this is 876. Got quite a ways to go. Let's slow it down. 74, 75, 76. And I think this is, yeah, this is the right side. So right in here, this is 876. Right like that. Beautiful. Okay, so we need to go down 2 more. And then build a conduit with a block missing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why did that build all of it? Okay, that's interesting. It detected that it was finished. Whoa. What is going on here? Maybe if I don't do... I'm going to take that one out and put this one in. It was detecting that it was complete, but it wasn't. That's really, really bizarre. I think DJ, he's aware of the issue, but isn't sure what exactly causes it. And it's hard for me to know, too, because I don't have source code. Okay, so we need another conduit in here. Okay, so that is good. I just need to finish this off. Now I've got an odd number of conduits because it was dropping that block, unfortunately. So there we go. More power down here. And continuing on to 1004. I love how these go so far. Oh, look at that. right where we need to be. Okay, so this little area I've dug out is the magma area. You can see up in the upper right the magma cave system here. And yeah, this shows that we are in the magma caves, and this is where the sulfur filters. I'm going to have 2 setups down here. We don't need nearly as much sulfur as we do everything else. Okay, so there's 1004. So there's the battery in the center, there's the battery on top, there's the conduit. So we need a battery there. And we do need a conduit down here, but I'll wait on that. First, let's get this ready. Oh, I did it again, didn't I? Okay, so all the way around. Let's get the battery finished. Don't really want that conduit to detect that it's finished just yet. So there's the battery. Now I should be able to peek in here and add the missing blocks. Oh, I think it finished prematurely again. So this battery here, this is a great height for this system because these are going to sit on the floor. I'm not going to have a big platform for these just because I don't need as many. You know, I'll have 4 filters and a compressor there. I'll have 4 filters and a compressor over here. Maybe a 3rd set if I can squeeze it in somewhere. But yeah, we don't need as much sulfur. So this system won't be used as much. And it's nice that that is high, so I can just beam power in here, and wherever those setups go is where the power is going to go. Okay, so again with the safety here. Oh yeah, first we need the conduit. And I did add some conduits to my nuclear reactor mod. So if you need more power, my reactor mod will give you conduits that are crazy good. And we will cover those as soon as I have the resources to be able to build them. Because they're not cheap. Alright. That is good to go there. So I just have a few more steps. I have, I think, 2 more steps. Maybe 2.5 before I'm down deep enough for our uranium. But from here, we've got to go deep, and there might be some magmasite in the way, so there's going to be a little bit more involved. But yeah, that will have to do it for this episode. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.